Well, as the saying goes, these are times that try men's souls and their bodies. I'm sitting at the launch in Manley, came downriver in very heavy rainfall, was unable to film any of it at all due to the fact that I left the cameras. Let's see, I left the cameras, I left my life vest, several other things on the bank at the cabin and made record time coming down river to the launch here. We do have all of the supplies that Michelle went and retrieved, and they're loaded in the boat. Now she's coming back. She'll be back from the post office in just a few moments. We'll get that loaded, push off, and head for home. Well, I know I probably look like death warmed over, but Michelle and I made it home yesterday. We were soaked, and well, everything turned out okay, really. Today we have sunshine, which we welcome with open arms, and we are taking advantage of it, trying to get a lot done. One of the things that we are doing, and I'm going to take you through this step by step to some degree, is we're going to be patching a bunch of holes in my boat, and we're putting a new engine on it. We're taking the mud motor off, putting a new steerable engine on with the steering column, whole 9 yards. And I definitely will get video of that. But I should have filmed getting the boat up onto the cut bank, because we have little tricks that we do to be able to do it, because if we couldn't get to the plug in the back to drain the water out, and the boat was rather on the heavy side. But thank goodness the river has come up a lot, and that is helping immensely. So we got it up this far, and now I will get in here with a pressure washer tomorrow, I guess. And we'll get this thing washed out. Thinking seriously of kind of sanding it down and then doing a truck bed liner type application on the inside. That should help with sealing up leaks. Now the other thing is this engine. I'm going to try to get this long shaft off of the engine, and it hasn't been taken off in 3 years now, so it's been on there. We will see how easy that happens to be. Then I'm going to have to lift this engine off and find a spot to put it. And then, this is next. This boat has to be pumped out because, like I said, it has really done some raining. And then pulled up on the bank, this Nissan 30 horse, and the steering comes off and goes onto my boat. And then we have another 30 horse engine that will go on this inflatable for just tooling around here. Michelle wants to go find a camp spot for some solo camping, and of course she'll use the inflatable here to zip up and down the river. We kind of found a spot, I think, the other day when we were just out riding around. I believe that was Saturday. But it's kind of, I about 40 minutes from the cabin. And it was pretty far downriver. It'd be like an hour and a half coming upriver, but it was an island that looked rather inviting to her. Now, if the water continues to come up and gets up about another foot, which it's very possible it's going to do it, this boat we're going to ease back into the water and test this engine. Earlier I did a lot of work on it, and hopefully it is ready to go. So we will find out if we can get the water up and get it back into the water. The other summer project that we have going is the hovercraft. It will get cleaned up and moved into a parking spot that's better than the one that it's in right now. We will be using this winter because basically that's the best time in the world to use one in this area. I know that there are folks down on the Yukon River that have hovercrafts, and they use them year-round, but we want this to take us to the post office during the winter time.
Good morning. So I'm out here clipping some of my zucchini leaves, or I came out here to clip some of my zucchini leaves, and lo and behold, I found a huge zucchini here, and there's another one way back here. There's one there, and I got two little ones growing. Oh, and there's one. I'm so tickled. I'll take you out to my greenhouse out there and show you that the zucchinis in the greenhouse are not doing that well. But I came out so I could clip some of these leaves because they're kind of limp anyway, and this way it just gives more aeration for everything else in here. Now these leaves right here, these little ones, I can make a zucchini pesto. And I already made that once, and it was delicious. And I'm using my Felco pruning shears. They're made in Sweden. They are awesome sauce. And we'll put that up, put the link in the video. You can see those for yourself. I love these. I used to use kitchen scissors, but not anymore. So I think we might take this zucchini out for dinner tonight, honey. No, tomorrow night I'm going to make cheeseburgers. And that zucchini will be part of our dinner. Whoops, hurting my plants. Just making some room for these leaves. And over here, this is my barrage. You can make tea, I guess, I think, with the flowers. And you can use the leaves, but I think you're supposed to use those when they're young because they bring the camera a little closer. The barrage has all these little tiny spikes on it. And on the back, ooh, aphids. Got aphids, gotta do something about those. And here, my catnip plant. So it's getting time for me to snip that off and hang it for my two feline owners in the house for this winter. Now, over here, these were my nettles, and they got aphids, and I sprayed neem oil on them. The chickweed even's not doing well. The nettles died, so I'm really not sure what to do for nettles. This is my comfrey plant, and it's gotten huge. So we're going to cut out a spot along the bank, and we're going to plant the comfrey there because that way it's out of the way here, and it gives it lots of room to grow. And come look at my rhubarb. How big my rhubarb's getting. This I got from a neighbor at my old house last summer. And this one just came from, somebody, a friend of mine, this year. And it was just a little thing. So the leaves here, we cut them down. And you can use them basically as mulch to help hold in water, the moisture in your plants. So that's what I have here, and then in a little bit I'll take you down to my greenhouse and show you the difference between my zucchinis there and my zucchinis up here. Okay, so as I was saying, my zucchini in greenhouse didn't do as well as the zucchinis outside because, let me clip this here. This zucchini here is going soft. The zucchini here, same thing. This zucchini here went bad. This one, I'll give it a chance, but I can already see the tip is getting soft. And the plants in here, almost the same size buckets, but they're just not doing as well. Now this zucchini might do okay. So what I think I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm making cheeseburgers, and I'm going to take some of these smaller leaves and make a pesto with the zucchini leaves. It's delicious. That'll go with our burgers tomorrow. So over here, those are my cucumbers. The only cucumber plants that seem to have survived. I planted several. That's all that made it. And then I've got in here bunching onions. I believe that's purple basil. Let's see. Yep, that's purple basil. Bunching onions. I think this is chickweed. Because it looks like I only have 2 tags in here, which means that's all that's in there is the onions and basil. And then over there, that's stevia growing. It's not doing as well as I was hoping, but whatever. And we have my tomatoes here. These tomatoes aren't doing well. I have put coffee. Oh, look, there's a tomato. Wow. How many dollars I spent on seeds and trying to grow these, and I got a tomato here. And a baby start here. But I did use coffee grounds and eggshell, and they're still not seeming to do well. This zucchini here, this one's going soft here. You see that's shriveling. These here are my Thai chili peppers. Just waiting, hoping that they end up with peppers. Another zucchini, lots of zucchini in here, but not a single, what? Nope, there is a zucchini, but as small as it is, it's still already turning. Thai chili peppers there. But this here, these are my little mini dwarf tomatoes. Look, I've got tomatoes and I've got flowers. I don't know if you can get in there and see. Can you see the tomatoes there? Tomatoes there. And this one here has some yellow leaves, but it has tomatoes. And you have to, these pots, you have to water them basically daily because they, let me close this. I'm going to sit this down here. When you have them in pots, they go through the water so fast. It just dries out. And I watered these yesterday and they're already dry. To get out here and do that. And then here's my another herb pot here. This is sage. And I have in here thyme. This is all thyme. This is basil. This one is blue spice basil. Oh, smells delicious. In fact, I love the smell of herbs. And that's my garden in here. what's outside there seems to have done a whole lot better than what's going on in here, except for my herb plants. They seem to be doing pretty well. So that's it. That's my garden for the day. Yay!
Well, thanks everybody for watching. If you would like this video, make sure you leave a comment if you would. And if you don't mind, hit that notification bell. That way you'll not miss another episode. And we'll catch you next time, right here on Alaska Bush Living.